On RPM this week, it's the Dogleap Rally as the Maiden City Motor Clubs leap into the Northern Ireland Stages Championship, an exciting forestry event in Limavady. Limavady lies in the lowlands on the southern shores of Lough Foyle. This was the home of Jane Ross, who penned one of the most haunting melodies of all time. But today, we will be listening to a very different tune as the hills around the County Derry town, which contain some of the finest forest stages in the land, come alive with the sound of racing engines. To their credit, the Maiden City Motor Club, under the leadership of Clerk of the Course Michael Carlin, have built the event in stature to the point that it now becomes part of the Woodland Furniture Northern Ireland Stages Championship. Robin Phillips, with Mike Gibson on the notes, leads the series and the field in the Davy Greer Motorsport Toyota GT4.
We've really enjoyed ourselves from this year. We've been first or second in each of the 5 rallies so far, so it's been a very, very good year so far. We just need one more score and try and keep our heads down today and see if we can get that.
At number 2, it's Mr. Entertainment, Glenn Allen and Adrian Johnson in the Magic Mark II Escort.
Event of the year, so we prefer to lose the tarmac around, so if everything goes well, this will be a year about tomorrow.
You're a man that enjoys going sideways.
Well, so they say, and some people say that maybe slows me down, so maybe try and go straight today and go a bit faster maybe.
Trevor Moore and Richard Curry have been dogged with mechanical problems.
Last year we had a lot of problems and we spent a lot of money over the winter on it, and we thought we would have had it cured. And just this year, which is the same thing again, different things breaking, but hopefully we'll have it sorted.
Richard Hogg is justly proud of his local event.
It's grown in stature over the last 4 years from being very much just a pure basic clubbing event to now around the championship. Yeah, it's great to see it. Great to see this coming to this part of the world.
And can you tell me something, Richard, that's really puzzling me? What is the Dogleap?
The Dogleap, well, it's an old story from Celtic times where a dog is supposed to jump across the River Roe just down here. With a message to some other Celts or something was going on. I'm not too sure exactly what it is, but something to do with a dog jumping over the top of the river.
So let's hope you can jump across the opposition today.
That is the plan of action. That is the plan of action.
A good plan of action, but I'm not totally convinced about the Dogleap explanation. So as the 100 crews anxiously anticipate their afternoon in the forests, on the Parker Plant Dogleap Rally, we try to run this dog to ground.
The Dogleap is up in the Captain's Rock, where the dog is supposed to leave the River Roe on the way to some team or something.
We're wondering what the Dogleap is.
Where it is?
Or what it is.
Sure, God, I can't. It's just called the Dogleap. I know it's up the road, but no, I can't help you. I don't know what's the meaning of it. Is that what you want to know? No, sorry, I can't explain it, tell you.
Now it's late.
No idea.
I will know what it is, but I have to go on here.
Many centuries ago, a dog's meant to have leaped across the road at that point.
And was there a special message or something from this dog?
I'm not too sure. I just can't mind. It caught me unaware.
What they all admitted to tell us is that Limavady in Gaelic means Dogleap. Well, now that we've got that little puzzler out of the way, let's get down to the serious business. The action starts in the logline tracks of Cam Forest.
Outpaced 150.
And this is the Dream Ticket. You're aboard the BA Kitchens Mark II Escort, being driven by gliding Glenn Allen, with Adrian Johnson on the notes. And from now on, we'll seldom be in a straight line.
Small crest, 4 right. Small crest, 4 right, and a 5 left. Don't cut. 3 left. And the 3 left, 100. Turn open, square right. Turn open, square right, and the 2 left. 40, long, 2 right. Just turn tight, square left, 300.
Robin Phillips is first on the road, and seeding can be critical in forest rallying. Run too early on the woodland tracks and you're cleaning off the slippery top surface. Run too late and you're in the ruts. Robin experiences the problem of being a pioneer here in Springwell. But he survives to lie in second place after the first 4 stages. They say that the most frightening parts of a forestry stage are the straights, not the corners. When a car gets out of phase over the jumps, you're in big trouble. There's big trouble ahead for Michael Duke, who will hit a rock on the 3rd stage, putting the impressive rally novice out of the event. Denis Biggerstaff is the one person that can upset Robin Phillips' championship aspirations, but he must finish ahead of the Cumber driver to stay in the title hunt. Metro 6R4 isn't behaving, however, as the 6-cylinder engine is mysteriously cutting out, and Denis doesn't even figure in the first 10 after 4 stages. Is a bit slow to get on the gas in the opening test in Camp Forest. But he needs to get off the loud pedal in Springwell. However, no damage done this time in the Emo Toyota. Former Dogleap winner Raymond Mason has just rebuilt this Group N Cosworth. It's the one that hit the cow in Malachi Crawford's hands in Donegal. But it seems to be misfiring in the early stages. It all becomes irrelevant, however, in Springwell, when Raymond roofs his pristine machine. Perhaps he saw the sacred cow again. But fortunately, everyone is perfectly okay. Trevor Moore and Richard Curry blitz everyone in Camp Forest by 7 seconds. They're 4 seconds quicker on stage 2, and the MTC Escort stays on the road on Springwell to lead after 4 stages by 10 seconds. Mark Barnett is not so lucky, and Springwell is becoming a bit of a graveyard for the top runners. The Strabane driver exits his steaming Mark II Escort to retire after just 2.5 stages. Just one more example of the joys of rallying. There's better news for the 1997 Northern Ireland Rally champion Sean Haverin, who's moved up to 3rd place. Dominic McNeil has always been swift in the forests. The Ballymena driver lies in 4th place after 4. Amazingly, Richard Hogg and Mark Hanna, their Group N Mitsubishi, were in 4th place at the end of the first cam test. And you can see why from these synchronised onboard pictures showing the view from both the bumper and the inside of the mascot Mitsubishi.
And the 2 right. That's you. 200. One left past junction, 150 over small jump. One left, 150 over small jump. Square right at the bottom, 80. 5 left, 80. 3 right, into crest, into 1 right, tightens over big jump, 80. Caution straight, big crest and jump. Up the middle, 60. Straight crest and jump, stay in the middle, 40. The bottom here, don't cut, square right, 60.
By stage 4, they've eased back to 6th place, but they still lead Group M. Andy McGee has shared 4th place with Richard at the end of Cam, but a puncture will drop him off the leaderboard. Glen Allen has been hovering between 5th and 6th. The Mark II, with of course just 2-wheel drive, is being outpowered on these stages. But the commitment is there as ever from the Cookstown pair.
3 left, on ahead. 3 left, past junction, 60. 1 right, 200. 1 right, 200. 1 left, 100.
Glen finishes the first 4 tests in 5th place, 7 seconds ahead of the Group N Mitsubishi. Other Mark II men aren't so lucky. Stage 1, and Philip Shaw and Nigel Fraser land on top of a bridge. And the noise you can hear is the drive shaft rubbing against the concrete. Frank Kelly and his rear-wheel drive Fiesta goes through as they struggle to free the Greenvale Hotel Escort. Another minute gone as Phil Cherry passes. Finally, the car is on the move, but that rattle tells its own story. Alistair Cochrane is in a fabulous 6th place in his G3 Escort. Poor Philip is going no further today.
Philip, what happened?
We come in there too hard and then caught on the bridge, and we were sitting, the drive shaft must have been sitting on the bridge, the shaft going from the box back to the diff, and then with us trying to spin and the boys trying to push, and eventually it just wore through and warmed up and just broke the middle of the drive shaft.
James Cassidy gets dangerously close to disaster here on stage 3. But it's only a dress rehearsal for Seamus Donnelly in his 106 Super Cup Peugeot. That Super Cup car has had a super count. The Ballyronan driver has been taking part in the British One Make Series, which has as its prize a drive in a Peugeot World Rally car. Seamus and his companion are not overjoyed. Things have just gone crazy in Springwell.
As they say, boys, that's rallying.
By the time Willie and Graham McKee come through Springwell, the place is like a battlefield. Mason on the right, Barnett on the left, and Donnelly well and truly ditched. And we've still only done 3 of the 10 stages. Trevor Moore leads the field into service at the halfway point, with all fingers crossed in the MTC camp for the Newton Abbey driver. Robbins Phillips, with the highly experienced Mike Gibson on the notes, is now just 5 seconds behind him and sets second fastest time here. And sensationally, Richard Hogg is third, equal with Dominic McNeil, and he will be third fastest on the Benevenus stage in a Group N car. Enjoy the ride.
Don't cut her.
The first section contains a series of uphill hairpins where four-wheel drive is essential. It's highly skilled stuff. And it's obviously caught out Morris Gas.
40. One left over a small jump. Into 5 left. Tight hairpin right. And turn square left. 100 downhill. Don't cut 5 left. 40. 4 right. Slippy 40.
Richard has recently taken delivery of this ex-Robert Woodside Eagle 4. And the two of them are obviously getting on very well. Dominic McNeil is having brake problems in the KBB Escort, but clings on to 3rd place. And here's the man who's really travelling. Denis Biggerstaff has cured his misfire, and he sets fastest time on this stage. In the start of a sensational comeback drive that has already brought him up to 5th place. Glen Allen is struggling with two-wheel drive in the uphill section in this test, and boy, is he trying hard to keep that car straight.
5 right, 5 left. Long 4 left, tightens, and the hairpin left. 40. Hairpin right. 40.
Gliding Glen finishes the first half of the rally in 6th spot, just 1 second behind Biggerstaff and only 5 seconds ahead of the top local, Brendan O'Hagan. Paul Hone calls the notes for the Dungiven driver. But it's Gary White and Barry Taggart of the Shell Helix Escort. They're in 8th place. And Jim Crozier has made it into the top 10 in his Proton, and he lies 2nd in Group N. Central service for the Parker Plant Dogleap Rally, where the leader is obviously enjoying his run.
There's some great bits in it. There's like big jumps, you know, 6th gear jumps, and yeah, I'm just coming up and I'm just smiling, you know, enjoying it that much.
You're not even holding on, just smiling.
Well, I'm holding on as well.
That couldn't be. Here in Limerick Valley? Surely not.
We want to win in Group N. Michael Duke unfortunately has clobbered a chicane in there, so his wheels are pointing this way. Raymond Mason's pointing this way, so they seem to be falling by the wayside quite dramatically.
It's the image of him, Les Batterspin. Well, back to the plot. Mitsubishi and Proton are battling it out for the Group N lead, but what's the difference?
Proton, Mitsubishi would probably like to tell you that there is a difference, but to be perfectly honest, they're not. Proton buys so many parts off Mitsubishi. Whenever they moved on to the 4 and the 5, they kindly handed the homologation to the Persona to Proton so they could rally and raise their profile.
I'm sure it's that layout Les Batterspin.
I've lost brakes there 2 stages ago, and the flares running out of it here, so we're trying to get that sorted at the minute. If I can't get that sorted, that's us out. Unfortunately. That was going well.
You were lying 3rd overall?
Yeah. Well, that's not too bad now for it's the first time I've been out this year, so, and it's first time in the car, you know.
And you drive 2 stages with no brakes at all?
I had the last stage with no brakes. There's a bit of brake, well, the hand brakes, but no front brakes.
I'm sure that makes it more fun.
It's definitely fun now.
That is him.
Hello.
It's a bit different from the Rover's return.
It's a bit faster, yeah. Yeah, it's a little bit different, yeah.
What are you doing over here?
I've come over to do some PAs and meet people and just enjoy myself, basically.
You fancy going this?
I'd love to have a go in it, yeah. Do you think you'll let me?
Not sure.
Oh, yes.
Are you sure?
We'll take you a spin on it.
No, can I drive it?
No.
Is that, will you take me out?
I'll take you out, yes.
Oh, thank you. Love that.
She's pretty wicked.
What speed will she do?
120.
You're joking.
Not the 60 in about 3 seconds.
Fast.
The man to watch now is Les's mate, Denis Biggerstaff. Denis has had to head down to make amends for those misfiring problems earlier in the day, and he sets a string of fastest times as he rockets back up the field. The other man on a charge is Sean Haverin, and he's had big problems with road penalties which have cost him 2 minutes. Still, by the end of Cam 2, the Larne driver is back up to 8th. Trevor Moore is controlling the event from the front, keeping a 10-second cushion between the MTC Escort and the pursuing Toyota. Robin Phillips may be almost invincible in the championship stakes, but he now has to pay some attention to the Biggerstaff charge as the Metro is less than 20 seconds behind. Our two onboard men are fighting it out for 4th. Watch the contrasting styles between Richard Hogg in the 4-wheel drive Mitsubishi on the left of your screen and Glenn Allen in the 2-wheel drive Mark II Escort. We're about halfway through the 9th stage in Carn Forest, one of the fastest tests in the event. Casualty list is growing. Rory Kennedy, having his first outing in the ex-Mackinallen Subaru, retires with engine failure. Jim Crozier is another top Group N runner to disappear during the second loop. Frank Kelly, who gives everything in the Fiesta, eventually lands in a ditch and doesn't make the finish. Cathal Rogers and Damien Mullen, as we'll see, also ditch in their very special little Sperrin Development rear-wheel drive Nova. That after they'd raised the ride height to make it handle better on the loose. Jimmy Logan is very unfortunate to wreck his rear suspension on the very last stage after climbing as high as 10th.
And so to the top 20 of the Parker Plant Dogleap Rally. Tosh McKee and his son Graham bring the BSS Cosworth home in 20th place.
Some of the hairpin right. Opens in the hairpin left. And fast medium right in the bump and dip 40. Medium left over small jump and fast medium left, don't cut into stay right over small jump.
20th is a good result for the rally novice who tries to put into practice the techniques that he's learned from sitting alongside some of the running greats in Lurgan Park, such as Patrick Snars. William Glenn and Mark McMullen are 19th and 2nd in Class 5 in their Mark II. Niall McCants and Richard Honeyford are spectacular to watch on their way to 2nd in Class 4, and one of the few remaining Sunbeam Talbot TIs. Remember when they outnumbered every other car in club rally. And Alan Jardine, never a man who is shy of a little sideways motoring, and his old sparring partner, Isaac Busby, take Class 5. Camillus Bradley Danny O'Neill are also guaranteed to entertain on their way to 16th place in the O'Neill Demolition Escort. And Andy Hamilton and William Brown bring their extraordinary mid-engine pill bubble to 15th place overall. Black and Johnny Brown, despite this little time waster of the first stage. Our third in Class 6, and their equally unusual Fuchs Opel Kadett. And James Cassidy and Damien Duffin drive sideways to victory in the 1600cc Class 4. Alistair Cochrane and Ian Kidd in their similar-looking but more powerful 2-litre G3 dropped to 12th during the day, but still take second in Class 6. And Phil Cherry and Ronan O'Connor finish in third place in Group N in their Crosscar Poultry Evo 3 Mitsubishi.
Ian Rock and Adrian Kirkpatrick start our top 10 roll of honour in their Fiesta. And the Burrows brothers, Alan and Gavin, bring their JP Curry Mitsubishi Evo 5 home in 9th place overall. That's second in the important Group N or showroom category. Brendan O'Hagan and Paul Hung bring glory to Dungiven with their 8th place finish in their Dunlane Taggart Cosworth. And Glenn Allen and Adrian Johnson are the top 2-wheel drive crew. The Class 6 winners fight the car every inch of the way to take 7th overall in their BA Kitchen Equipment Escort. Sean Haveron and Vincent Fergus put in a string of fast times in the second loop to pull themselves back to 6th, and as we can see in the last stage, they're giving it everything. And so, to the final 5. The pressure was on for the local lad. Boy, did he respond. 5th overall, and the Group N winner, Richard Hogg, with Mark Hanna. They've had an excellent day.
Plan of action today was to go out and finish inside the top 10. Would have been happy with that. To finish inside the top 6, I'm very happy with that. So, and to win the class, obviously, that's what it's all about, to get the points for the championship.
Dominic McNeil and Francis Regan persevered with their brake problems to give their new car an excellent 4th place. And Robin Phillips and Michael Gibson's 3rd place enables them to creep closer to their championship goal. Denis Biggerstaff and Guy Carlisle keep their championship chances alive with a stunning finish to their Dogleap Rally, taking 6 fastest times in a row and driving an amazing final stage, 13 seconds quicker than anyone else, and we only knew half the story.
Knew I had to beat Robin, so 3 seconds behind him in the last stage, so it's all go. We give it everything. The wheel fell off just 100 yards after the stage. There was only one nut holding it on at the finish.
So luck was on your side?
Luck was on the side, so no complaints.
But you have a pretty uphill struggle now to try and gain this championship, haven't you?
Oh yes, Robin's way in the lead, but at least it's not over yet.
But the day goes to Trevor Moore and Richard Curry and the MTC Communications team. So many times in the recent past, his talented driver's dreams have been shattered by mechanical failure. But today, Ronnie McCartney's son-in-law has led from start to finish in a victory that delights the entire rally community.
It's just superb to even finish a rally, win it. I've thoroughly enjoyed the day. That's some crack. Really, it doesn't matter what stage I went into, you know, I was just smiling the whole way through it.
Richard, you've supported this man through thick and thin, literally.
Yeah, they finally broke my scud, and they reckoned it was me, not the car. So I'm glad to finish, and even more happy to win one.
So Trevor Moore and Richard Curry are the justly deserved winners of the 1999 Parker Plant Dogleap Rally. And Denis Biggerstaff keeps his championship hopes alive with that dash to second.